I miss the old school. I miss the old times. But everything must change, and so must this court.
When we enter to the apex court of our country, it's a different feeling.
This institution has been one which has been a place of great learning, a place for performance, and a place where achievements and excellence has been attained.
Having an experience of 1 year and getting the opportunity to be able to practice before Supreme Court, it's in itself is a very good exposure.
It's too much, it's too surreal to actually even explain to somebody what practice means to somebody who's just come into the profession. It's beautiful.
From the time that I came to this court, and which was January of '86, the hearings were more leisurely. 2024, we are buzzing. They're no longer detailed analysis on a judgment, why we should overrule, why we should not overrule. We seem to be a court in a little bit of a hurry now.
We do feel that the courtrooms need to increase. Some of the courtrooms, as you know well, are not having the size which they should have. So there is a lot of pressure, and there is also scope for improvement in that regard.
When you talk about any court, may it be high court, may it be a trial court, lower court, or a Supreme Court where we are standing, it has to be absolutely litigant friendly. So you need to have more number of spaces for the litigant to sit. You need to have more space for them to have, read something or have consultations with their lawyers. So you need that infrastructural development. I mean that you should have a space inside the Supreme Court premise, which will really make them feel very comfortable, and it'll be towards the path of justice.
The use of technology has been something which has stood out over a period of time. Particularly, I suppose there's a flip side to everything thanks to COVID, that technology came with the VC hearings and the manner in which cases were conducted.
This digitization has come as a boon in many ways. Like, it is also environmental, friendly. You don't use much of paper. You can do online filing. And of course, you can appear in various courts from Supreme Court and from various places to Supreme Court. So it's a big step that has been taken, and it's going to be having a far-reaching effect, positive effect, if I may say so.
From the time that I came here and to today, what I see, of course, there are many more women on the bar. We have recently given them also their position as senior counsels. We have had more women senior counsels, of course, not proportionate, but definitely more. So it's a good sign. It's a beginning of things.
So you talk about senior advocates, you talk about the newcomers, the freshers. There are so many women in this profession right now, and they're doing so well. On day-to-day basis, they are coming out. They are arguing in the matters that are landmark judgments and reportable judgments.
But I want that reflection to happen on the bench, because there are women there today, and therefore it's important that we start that, to have that representation on the bench alike. Supreme Court has had very few women on the bench. I think that surely must change. We have very capable, very good women out there, and who are happy to be on the bench.
I've been able to see eminent lawyers as well as judges in this court deciding very crucial issues which have affected all over the country.
We are very honored to practice over here, and we get opportunity to present cases over here, and a good cases which are some of the landmark judgments, and which can be landmark judgments to the country.
This is my third day here, and I still get the goosebumps every time I see any lawyer fighting a case. I used to see all the judges through the online videos that are there on the YouTube, but now that I see them in person, I see them asking questions, I get the goosebumps, and it is, just the never-ending feeling of feeling excited. I am here for a year. I graduated fresh. I came here as a fresher. What I saw change, or maybe what I observed in this 1 year, was that they are very, very, very welcoming towards juniors. They encourage juniors.
They encourage young budding lawyers. They want them to do better in court. I haven't personally had any experience where I have been intimidated in a negative way, where I have had a setback and the next day I didn't want to come to court. Not a single day that I didn't feel like coming to court.
I have always felt that this is one institution that has protected us as a democracy, as our rights. It's an institution that's given us the faith to believe that we will stay a democracy and we will have the rights which we have inherent in ourselves.